Hello guys and welcome to Matt Stories. Entitled mother tried to sue me for drugging her child. I, 19 female, am a server at a restaurant with a bar in it. The bar side of the restaurant is of course 21 plus, and anyone who orders an alcoholic beverage is required to show the waiter their ID. The rest of the restaurant, however, is child friendly. We were serving breakfast and I was serving a table of two, a young girl who looked about 8 or 9 and her entitled mother. However, this mother is more than entitled, as she will be arrested by the end of the story. I go and take their drink orders after the hostess sits them down. The young girl gets an orange juice while the mother gets a water and mimosa. I, of course, check the mom's ID and see that she's born in the early 80s, so she's good for a mimosa. I let the bartender know that I need a mimosa to serve and I work on the orange juice for the child and the mother's water. Once I have all three drinks, I serve their table and take their meal orders. Everything seems to be going smoothly until I bring back their meals. As I bring back the plates, the mother screams at me. "You served my child alcohol." I know for a fact that cannot be true because I'm the one who made the juice and never even went behind the bar where the drinks are. Me. "Ma'am, you must be mistaken. I didn't put any alcohol in the juice, and I had my eyes on it until it reached your table." Entitled mother. "Well, then smell it." She handed me her child's glass, and it did smell like alcohol. Me. "Once again, I know that I did not put any alcohol in your child's drink. Either someone did it while you weren't looking, or you did it yourself. But the juice had no alcohol before it came to your table." The mom looked at me angrily and demanded to see my manager. Entitled mother. "I am going to sue you for giving my child alcohol. Bring me your manager." I get the manager and she gets both mine and the mom's side of the story. Security was even alerted because apparently the child had drunk a few sips of the alcohol. My manager, security, and I went and watched the security footage since both me and the mom swore we didn't put any alcohol in the juice. Not only did we discover that I was innocent, we saw the mom, as soon as I have placed the glass down and left, drink half of the child's juice and fill it back up with her mimosa, and then she instructed her child to drink some of it. The mother was arrested for giving her child alcohol and was given a lifetime ban from the restaurant. If she appears again, she will be immediately arrested again. Not how I planned my work morning, but at least it was amusing to watch an entitled mother get what she deserved. Edit. I was informed by someone who spoke to the kid that they didn't even want orange juice and hates orange juice. Her mom told her to order it so that she could mix the drinks. The child originally wanted chocolate milk. You best believe I made sure she got her chocolate milk. Entitled parents show up at my mom's friend's house in a cop car over a middle school drama. No advice needed, just a bit of light drama to share. Background. My sister, female 13, used to be really close friends with a pair of twins in her grade. We'll call them Janet and Gina. They were both notoriously hyperactive kids, and the three of them clicked right away. Their friendship started back in the 3rd grade, and over time, even my mom and the twins' mom became best friends. The irony, by the time they reached 7th grade, the school reshuffled classes. My sister and the twins ended up in different sections, which split up their group. They still kept in touch, but naturally drifted into separate circles. So now, while the moms are still super close, my sister and the twins are more like casual old friends. Before diving into the actual drama, here's one thing you should know. The twins have a strong gossiping/teasing streak, and during arguments, they can get pretty aggressive with words, especially when they know they are 100% right. The drama begins. Jeanette is part of Scouts and Guides, and last Saturday she went on a camp with about 15 other teens, between the ages of 12 and 15. During a break, Jeanette was goofing around, hopping on the ground in just her socks and a couple of other kids, when a senior, Swati, 10th grade, told her to sit down. In the middle of the chaos, Jeanette accidentally stepped on the shawl of another girl from her class. Let's call her PJ. Jeanette says she immediately apologized, but PJ snapped back with, "You people don't know what manners are. You live in such an awful place." Now, if this was 1980s, maybe that era wasn't the best. But today it's actually full of well-educated, well-off families. They just show off their wealth differently, lots of gold and property instead of flashy luxuries. Naturally, Jeanette was offended and argued. Just because you're rich, you can't look down on us. Swati, the senior, made both of them apologize, and it seems like things ended there. But of course it didn't. At lunchtime, the kids from my sister's school realized nobody had been told to bring a plate. The teacher asked the help to go buy some, and Janet, being hungry, asked another girl nearby if the person standing a little distance away was the one sent to get plates. Before anyone could answer, PJ butted in, saying, "That's my bodyguard." Confused, Janet asked, "Wait, your dad's a police officer, so he has guards, but why do you personally need a bodyguard?" It was a genuine question, she was just clueless. But PJ completely lost it. She started yelling, "How dare you talk about my dad like that?" She ran to the teacher, twisted the story, and made a huge scene. Even when other students tried to explain, the teacher silenced everyone and took PJ's side. The story definitely doesn't end there. On Monday, PJ's mom showed up at school and filed a complaint, claiming that Janet and her gang were constantly bullying PJ. She said that's why PJ couldn't focus on her studies or build genuine relationships. But she didn't stop there. She actually saw Janet in school and started yelling at her. Janet, being Janet, tried to defend herself respectfully without being rude, but after being cornered for so long by an adult, and then even being shut down by her own teacher for talking back, she completely broke down. She ended up having an anxiety attack and a fever, and honestly, in my country, people don't take that seriously. Awareness is still a long way off. As if that wasn't enough, PJ's mom later called Janet's mom. She questioned her upbringing, mocked the area where she grew up in, and even threatened that she wouldn't rest until scumbags like Janet and Gina were expelled from school. Janet's mom was shocked and confused. To make it worse, she got a call from the school saying Janet was unwell and needed to be picked up early. When she met with the staff, she felt they were biased. So the next day, she marched into the principal's office and laid out everything. The fights, the insults, PJ's mom's behavior. The principal reassured her, "Don't worry, no one is getting expelled on my watch. I'll handle this after Teacher's Day." Relieved, Janet's mom agreed to wait. But PJ's mom wasn't done. She started calling other parents, bad-mouthing the twins and telling them to keep their kids away from Janet and Gina. Around 5 parents actually reached out to Janet's mom, confused about why PJ's mom was acting like this over a kid's fight. Even then, PJ's mom kept escalating. She went back to school, met with the class teacher, and once again painted the twins as evil. Just to get rid of her, the teacher claims that she told another student not to talk to the twins, only as a way to blow PJ's mom off. But that move backfired, because PJ later cornered Gina and mocked her, asking if Janet was absent because she was too scared to face her. Gina stayed quiet, went home, and told her mom. The next day, Gina's mom confronted the class teacher, who admitted she'd been wrong and said PJ's mom was pushing all limits for something so trivial. Once Janet was back at school, the teacher sat all 3 girls down and tried to resolve things. That was Monday through Thursday. But then today, something absurd happened. PJ, along with her mom and dad, actually tracked down Janet's house and showed up in a police car. They didn't even ask permission. They just walked in and sat on the couch. They claimed the school wasn't taking action, so they came to set things straight. Janet's mom asked why they were at her home when the matter was supposed to be handled by the principal. PJ's father, a cop, snapped back, saying she didn't even welcome them with a smile, and added that since the school wasn't acting, Janet's mom should keep things under control in her own house. Then PJ's mom jumped in, bragging about their wealth and asking how people like Janet's family could even compare to them. Janet's mom had enough. She yelled back, saying she had no right to insult her community. The response? PJ's parents accused the twins of ruining PJ's school life and claimed Janet and her 6 friends had given PJ a mean nickname, which basically meant boastful in our language. That name had later spread and become what the whole class called her. Janet's mom asked why only her daughter was being singled out when it was clearly a group thing. They had no answer and just circled back to the same accusations. At that point, Janet's mom realized this wouldn't stop. She called her husband, who then reached out to a friend, a fellow parent who happens to be a PA to a minister. Meanwhile, since the class teacher wasn't answering her phone, Janet's mom called the PE teacher, who alerted the principal. While this was happening, the twins tried to defend their mom and questioned PJ's behavior. PJ's mom snapped back, "My daughter would never do such things. Stop spitting lies."
Maybe this area taught you to lie, but at least your mom should have taught you some manners.
That's when the minister's PA called. Jeanette's mom put the phone on speaker and he immediately started grilling PJ's dad, which station he was from, and why was he abusing his authority by showing up in a cop car for a personal fight. He warned him to never mix his job with personal issues and basically told him to get out. Right after that, the principal called PJ's mom directly and ordered her to leave Jeanette's house immediately. The whole family hurried out. Jeanette's mom was furious. Their relatives who lived nearby heard about the chaos and felt embarrassed. She was also upset that her kids had spoken up during the arguments, worried it would look bad even though they were right. Right now, she's leaning on my mom for support, and she's planning to confront the principal again on Monday. Until then, no one knows what PJ's mom is plotting next. For what it's worth, my sister and her friends all say the same thing. They can't stand PJ because she brags constantly and threatens to get kids expelled by using her mom's influence. So yeah, that's where things stand now. I'll keep you all posted if anything new unfolds. This is it for today, guys. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more videos. Until next time.